Hey everyone, my name's Jessie. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing such a fun video that I wish I could call my idea, but it absolutely wasn't. It was absolutely the idea of one of my awesome subscribers, Carrie. She had the brilliant idea of combining my love for Disney with Booktube and recommending books to Disney characters. If you know me, if you've seen my Q&A video, if you've watched videos in the past where I've mentioned Disney, I am a huge Disney fan. I used to work at Disney and I was actually a character performer, so I love all of these characters that Disney has created. So today we are doing exactly that. We are going to be recommending books to Disney characters. And I'm starting with the main crew here. I figured it was best to start what may become a series with Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Daisy, the whole crew. Let me know if you guys like this video. If you all do like it, I will continue to do more of these types of videos, maybe also recommending books to princesses or villains or whatever character you want to see recommended a book to. Leave that character down below in the comments. Definitely let me know. So let's just get started and start recommending some books. And we're gonna start with the mouse who started it all, Mickey Mouse. Mickey has been around for a very long time. He has seen a lot of society change throughout the years. He has seen a lot of ups and downs, but Mickey has always stayed positive and optimistic throughout it all. He's always wanted to bring more people into his big old family. So when trying to think of a book for Mickey Mouse, it was hard because Mickey is the leader of the crew. He's made for you and me. He's made for everybody. He loves his family so much. And even though it's not his family by blood, it is absolutely 100% his family. I also thought Mickey would appreciate history a little bit more than maybe any of the other characters because he's seen so much throughout all of his years and he hasn't aged a day. So for Mickey Mouse, I'm going to recommend a historical fiction that has an amazing found family and an amazing character who is kind of the leader of the bunch that brings them all together, and that is This Tender Land by William Kent Krueger. This is a very Mark Twain inspired novel that follows a group of kids who are all kind of orphans and have to come together to escape their orphanage after an unfortunate situation, and they travel across the Midwest of America during the time of the Great Depression and meet different people along the way who give them different perspectives on life and just learn a lot of life lessons. And I feel like this would be a really awesome book that Mickey Mouse would really appreciate because he loves the found family aspect. He loves strong friendships. So Mickey, if I were to recommend a book to you, it would be This Tender Land. Minnie Mouse is the sweetest and the girliest of all the Disney characters. She is a delight. She loves Mickey with all of her heart, and her and Mickey, I definitely feel like their relationship is founded on their friendship. So for Minnie Mouse, when I was looking to recommend a book to her, it was definitely going to be more of a romance because that is something that she absolutely loves. She is a true romantic at heart and she loves Mickey. She considers him her best friend. So I definitely wanted to find a romance that had the friends to lovers trope. And for that, I recommend Minnie, Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating by Christina Lauren. This is such a cute and fluffy romance that concentrates on these best friends who become lovers, and I think it is perfect for Minnie Mouse. She wants a book that's going to make her smile, and I think these characters inside of this book have such a great chemistry, just like Mickey and Minnie do. So I think she would absolutely love the relationship in this book and everything it's founded on. So Minnie, I recommend to you Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. Donald Duck. Donald is a crotchety duck. He is always grumpy, has something going wrong with him. He's always getting pranks pulled on him by Chip and Dale. He is definitely the grumpiest of our characters. And for Donald, I thought there would be not a more perfect book than A Man Called Uwe by Frederick Bachman. This story is the story of a crotchety old man named Uwe who is definitely down on life. He is annoyed by everything. He's annoyed by the family that moves in next door, but that family in turn befriends him, teaches him some life lessons, and he in return teaches them life lessons back. I think Donald would relate a lot to the main character in this book because he would relate to the grumpiness, but also the loyalty of this character to the ones that he loves, because Donald is definitely loyal to his friends. He's gonna stick by them even if he's a little bit grumpy about it some days. So Donald, I'm going to recommend to you A Man Called Uwe. Daisy Duck, the sassy girlfriend of Donald, and we love Daisy here. She is such a spitfire. I absolutely love Daisy's sass. I definitely think she does not want the cutesy type of romance. She wants more of a juicy thriller in her life. So when I was thinking of Daisy, I immediately thought of The Last Mrs. Parish by Liv Constantine. This is the juiciest thriller I have ever read. It's definitely more of a domestic thriller. I think Daisy is going to eat this up. It has a lot of female characters in it that you can root for, that you can root against, and it's just a really fun time. Lots of twists and turns. This is definitely one of my favorite thrillers, and I think it would be one of Daisy's favorites as well. So Daisy, check out The Last Mrs. Parish. Pluto, the loyal dog. There is no dog more loyal than Pluto to Mickey and Minnie and the whole family. And man, there is not a more perfect book than The Art of Racing in the Rain by Garth Stein for Pluto, mainly because this book is told from a dog's perspective. So of course, Pluto is going to relate so much to the loyalty of this dog, to the language this dog speaks in. It's just a perfect book for any dog to pick up. This one is all about family and overcoming a lot of obstacles that this family faces, overcoming tragedies, and I think Pluto is going to really feel like he is totally invested in this family's story. He's going to see a lot of parallels with his own family. So Pluto, definitely check out The Art of Racing in the Rain. Goofy. Goofy is definitely lovable, but he is a goofball, and he definitely doesn't take life too seriously. He likes the lighter side of things, but he's also an adventurer. He's always gonna follow Mickey on whatever adventures Mickey takes. So Goofy, to satisfy your more adventurous nature, but while also remaining lighthearted, I'm going to recommend to you Kings of the Wild by Nicholas Eames. I think Goofy would love this crew. It's definitely more of a found family type of crew that is very loyal to each other, just like Goofy is loyal to his own friends, especially Mickey. Goofy is going to, I think, relate the most to Moog in this story. He is going to love the humor that is fused throughout this book, and he's going to love how lighthearted yet fun this book is throughout the entire story. So Goofy, if I were to recommend a book to you, it would definitely be Kings of the Wild. And then my personal favorites, Chip and Dale. A lot of people are going to mistake them as having the same personality, but they are two very different characters. Chip is definitely the leader of the two. He's a little bit more competent. He's going to be the idea guy, while Dale is definitely more of the goofy one. He's kind of more of the follower. And Chip and Dale, they're both explorers, adventurers. They love finding new things. They love pulling pranks on Donald. They're definitely not going to take themselves too seriously, but there's nothing more important to both of these characters than each other and their friendship with each other. So Chip and Dale, they have a huge emphasis on friendship, of course found family, but also adventuring. So I have to recommend fantasies to both of these characters. The book that I'm going to recommend to Chip is going to be Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien because of the epic friendships that are in this book. I think Chip is going to identify with a lot of these characters because of the importance they place on friendship. I think he's going to love the adventure and the journey in this story and exploring a new world to satisfy the explorer part of him. And I also think he's going to really love Aragorn, who is definitely the leader type character that Chip takes on. So Chip, I'm going to recommend to you Lord of the Rings. Last but not least, Dale. So Dale also is going to want an adventure fantasy book. I think he's going to really want a great friendship, but he's a little more of a goofball. He's not going to want something that's too epic, that's too serious in nature. He's going to want something that has a lighter tone to it. And for Dale, I'm going to say Mistborn Era 2, starting with The Alloy of Law by Brandon Sanderson, is your perfect book. And here's why. There is an awesome friendship in this book between the two characters, Wax and Wayne. They are hilarious, how they bounce off of each other, and all of their dialogue between each other is super witty. This is also an adventure fantasy story. Dale is going to love exploring a new world, exploring a new magic system. It has a lot more of a lighter tone. There is a little bit of humor fused throughout this book, kind of like Kings of the Wild, on the epic fantasy side, and also placing a really big emphasis on a main friendship between these two main characters. So, Dale, I'm going to recommend to you Alloy of Law and the entire Mistborn Era 2 series by Brandon Sanderson. So that's it for this video. This was so much fun to think about all of these books for each of these characters. So again, let me know if you liked this type of video, if you want to see different characters that I can recommend books to. What is your favorite Disney character? Leave that comment down below so that if I do decide to do more of these, I have those characters that you guys want to see. And I think if this does well, then I'm gonna want to do like a Disney Princess edition, a Disney Villain edition. We can make this a whole thing. It would be really fun to do. Today's Booktuber shoutout is going to go to Literature Science Alliance. Angela's channel is so amazing and unique because, first of all, she's brilliant. She does videos where she tries to explain the real life science behind made up magic systems. So for example, she goes into like the science behind the magic in Stormlight Archives. It is so fascinating. It's some of the most unique videos I've seen on BookTube. I love them so much. I also just love all of her recommendations. A lot of them are more underrated, they're more unknown. So if you're kind of tired of seeing the same books over and over again, go check out her channel because she's definitely checking out a lot of cool, unique fantasy and sci-fi books and giving great recommendations. So I will link her channel down below. Definitely go give it some love. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I release new videos every Monday and Thursday, and until next time, bye!